Hi everyone, Gary Nicholson here for Weatherweb.net. This is your look ahead video today on Sunday the 26th of October. Just a quick look through how the details are shaping up for this week, and again just into that early part of November. I'll look first of all though at the rainfall accumulations that we've been seeing today. This is the radar picture over the 6-hour period up to around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, and really showing the feed of rain moving on to the western side of Scotland. Continuous rainfall, heavy rainfall over these western mountains. That's the main concern over this next day or so, bringing the risk of flooding, not just to the Western Highlands, but some of the rivers that flow their way eastwards that have their sources up in the Central Highlands, something like the Tay and the River Spey, which goes out through the Cairngorms towards the north, could rise quite considerably. So want to keep an eye on these catchments over the next day or so. Then Northern Ireland as well, just see the far northwestern tip of Ireland has seen rainfall fairly frequently through the course of today. There's your total rainfall chart, the accumulated rainfall until the end of Tuesday, and it's that western side of Scotland really picking up on some very high rainfall totals, still another 150 millimetres forecast, probably quite a bit more than that over some of the mountains in the west. So really highlighting the very heavy rainfall coming through, persistent rainfall on that southwesterly airstream. More details on that in Amusing on the Weatherweb website here, on how that has formed in this mild southwesterly airstream as it's hit the mountains of western Scotland. Looking towards the south and the east though, a dry few days, Monday, Tuesday, staying dry here, but rain edging in from the northwest, getting into Wales, northwestern parts of England as we go through into Tuesday. By the time we go through into Wednesday, that front has made its way southwards then, gradually getting its way towards the south of England overnight. Could just be left with a spell of rain and a period of rain across the south of England during the day on Wednesday. I think fragmenting a little bit, but could just stay persistently damp in this part of the world. Just keep an eye on the details of this one over the next couple of days. High pressure though is building in from the north, and a cooler start to the day on Wednesday. A chillier feeling day across many parts of northern Britain, but quite a bit brighter, and western Scotland finally starting to dry out a little bit. By Thursday, still the remnants of that front hanging around in the south, cloudy and bits and pieces of rain in the south of the country, but another cool start to the morning, a cold night overnight in Scotland, northern England, seeing temperatures dropping down enough for some frost across Scotland and rural parts of northern England. By Friday, it's back to fronts coming in off the Atlantic, and the temperatures rising as the air comes back up from the south, warm front spreading its way northwards. Bits and pieces of rain moving northwards on that as well. Some rain and drizzle and low cloud pushing its way up the western coast of the country. A little bit drier and brighter out towards the east, and temperatures recovering in the south back towards maybe 16 or maybe a 17 degrees Celsius in the south of England. That's the GFS ensemble chart for Friday then, for the 31st of October, pumping in that warm feed of southerly air coming up from Spain and Portugal, and that big low and big upper trough out towards our west, so quite amplified setup here with the southerly air pumping its way back northwards again after that cooler middle spell of the week. As we go through a few days ahead then from there, we're taking you into the early part of November. Looking unsettled then, as low pressure is very much stationed to the northwest of the British Isles. This is the ensemble run as always, so bearing in mind the details somewhat averaged out on this chart, but the theme is there that low pressure is to the north or the northwest, and gradually as we move through into that first week of November, that low gradually pushing its way eastwards and paving the way for cooler air to potentially spread down from the north. I think that could be the story as we go into that first week of November, so around the 3rd, 4th, 5th, getting a cooler shot of air from the north, certainly cooler to what it will have been towards the back end of this week, and staying generally unsettled with rain and showers never too far away. The European model in somewhat agreement with that as well, with low pressure towards the north and unsettled cooler pattern trying to develop its way across the country as we go through into that first few days of November, and a little bit more of a westerly on this one, but still with that broadly unsettled pattern on that model run, so some consistency there between the various models as we go into early November. And we'll bring you more details on that early part of November over the coming days, but for now, thank you for watching Weatherweb.net, and bye for now.